Okay, hey, welcome everybody to a special Thursday night live stream. We're going to be talking
Okay,
about.
hey, welcome
Oh,
everybody to a special.
there we go. Okay, so that's what happens when you keep the YouTube window open. You get the feedback. Okay, so welcome again to the Thursday night live stream. We're going to be talking about how to make big money, epic profits by participating in short squeezes for fun and profits. Some of the biggest and fastest profits that you could ever make happen as a result of a short squeeze. Okay, that's what happens when low life short sellers get caught with their pants down. They get margin calls and they need to cover. That's what happens when they're clearing firms. They force them to cover, and that's it. The stocks have to run up. That's what happened with Tesla. Here's the thing you have to realize. Let's kind of look at the analysis of the psychology of the short seller mind. The short seller mind. A lot of these guys, you're going to come across this all the time. A lot of these guys are actually they're fairly intelligent, but you ever meet people who are like, they're smart, but they're like retarded. They're like just dumb. That's kind of what you see with a lot of these short sellers, especially the guys who are unsuccessful. Like this guy over here, we're going to be talking about Western Edge and some of these other guys, and even Jim Chanos, infamous short seller, who as in the words of who's it, Chamath Palihapitiya, I don't know, whatever the guy's name is, Chamath, the guy who's is making billions now, the space the SPAC guy. So he says that Jim Chanos makes money about once a decade. That was his infamous quote. The fact is most short sellers lose money consistently, especially in a market like we are in right now. But here's the thing. Look, a lot of these guys, they're fairly intelligent. The problem is they kind of have the wrong model of how they see kind of the world as it should be, maybe in their own mind. They're not dealing with the reality. And a lot of these guys have kind of like this self-righteous streak. They have this messianic complex or something where they think that they're the good guy, and they're going to be popping bubbles, as they like to say. That's what the guy at Hindenberg says. And speaking of which, when these guys write negative reports, here's what you have to realize. Hindenburg Research, that's Nate Anderson, who's a lowlife, who has very little understanding of financial markets, who's like a failed Quotron salesman. I mean, the guy never, he never had a job as an analyst, nothing. I mean, but all of a sudden he's seen as this, financial guru. He basically gets paid by short sellers a lot of money to write negative reports, which are usually just throwing mud. He puts out these reports. So here's what happens. First, the short seller, like a Moaz Kassam from Canada, he builds a position in a stock. He builds a short position. Then he gives this guy at Hindenburg a couple bucks to write a negative report. He puts it out, and listen, what happened here? It's a fact. Bad news, bad news travels fast. So anytime any kind of negative thing comes out, negative reports, investors panic. Everybody thinks, oh, it's got to be true. Stock goes down, and the shorts cover, and it's rinse, wash, repeat. It's an over and over process. So I'm going to be speaking about a stock. Okay, so this came to my attention today. Western Edge. Some of you may know Western Edge from a little while back. How do you know these guys? Because they put out a negative report on one of our former clients, Nextech, NEXCF, back in July. And this is, again, Nextech was attacked by Moaz and Hindenburg back in February of last year, when the stock was, I don't know, around $2. Ended up going to $7 US, $10 Canadian, things worked out. The stock is still, I don't know, in the $6 range. We're not working with them, but yeah, the company's worked out fundamentally. They're doing better than ever. So these short sellers were dead wrong. The stock is up. But this guy, this Western Edge guy, now here's the thing you have to realize. You don't see his face anywhere. You don't see his name anywhere. So it's complete anonymity. It's amazing, right? Why is this guy anonymous? I'll tell you why he's anonymous, or he or she or it, whatever. Because a track record is a horrendous track record of bad calls. If you basically took the opposite side of this guy's trade, you'd be making a fortune. I mean, it's incredible how wrong this guy is. A complete ultra loser, a mega loser, a mega loser. So he has put out a negative article, a fugazi article on Logic, one of the great companies, a stock that we believe is going to $40 plus. It's $8. Again, last time we said it was going up. It was 8. It went to 14 very quickly. It's a very thinly traded stock. Not a lot of shares out. So this could really explode. So let's take a look at this guy's track record. Now, we don't know anything about him, her, it, whatever. All we know is the track record. So, okay, so he puts out a report about Logic saying that, and again, if you read this report, I mean, it's just a bunch of crap throwing just random mud against the wall. So he's calling for a target of $4.55. Okay, let's look at some of his previous. I'm just going to go through a couple of these, okay, because they've all gone in the opposite direction. Record, I just put this up. That's actually in the thumbnail. So this record, this thing went completely the opposite. I mean, it would have been the stock exploded. Inseego is up. Ag Eagle, I'm looking at this. This thing is exploded. Take a look at this thing, Ag Eagle. Look at this report that this loser wrote. UAVS, I think, is the symbol, right? UAVS. Drone. I don't know anything about this company. I really couldn't care less. But look at their chart right now. I mean, it's amazing. Oh, of course, Nextech. He's putting out reports on Nextech and completely dead wrong. Nextech ended up going up bigly. And here's what he was saying. He was saying 99% downside. Can you imagine this? July 20th, this guy puts out a report saying 90. I mean, it's just it is the dumbest thing. I mean, this guy must be. By the way, his long recommendations, his buy recommendations, have all gone down. I mean, look at this guy's track record. IBM, Big Blue is a big short. I mean, GameStop, Morgan. I mean, this is the type of guy that I don't believe this person actually holds a job. He's definitely not working, in any type of capacity where he's got P&L responsibility. He's not managing money unless he's like destroying massive value. He's definitely I can't believe that this guy is an analyst I think this guy is like a guy in the basement. Nate Anderson, because we know Nate is a scammer. So this could be another alter ego that he uses. We don't know. Look, there's no I put it this way. Mr. or Mrs. Western Edge, you're welcome to join me on a live stream and we can discuss your analysis. I'm happy to listen to your analysis, but apparently this guy has been completely dead wrong. Just look at the thumbnail that we have on this video. I mean, that just shows one of them. Look at this other one here. That was a recent one. It was horrendous. I've never seen anybody so wrong. Ag Eagle. This guy recommended shorting the stock. Termination ridiculous. Amazon should send stock back to penny territory. Ag Eagle, penny territory, UAVS, right? Okay, so let me look at this. I'm gonna pull up this chart. I'm gonna pull up this chart right now. Just for funsies, as the kids say these days, right? Okay, let's look at this chart. Let's look at this chart. I'm gonna pull this up right now. I'm gonna switch over. Let me switch over the screen share. Okay. We are sharing the screen of an epic disaster, a Hindenburg disaster for short sellers. So this loser recommended shorting Ag Eagle right around here, late September. I think the stock was in the $2 range. Lo and behold, where is it today? $8. $8, and I think this thing could be heading to $15. What does that tell you? So let's look at is now putting out again, you can just do the opposite of what this guy's doing. He is now recommending that Logic is going to go to $4, which is completely dead wrong. Logic it got hammered the other, because here's the thing, it's a thin stock. So these guys try to short the stock before, and they got squeezed out. They tried to around $8 and went to 14. So right now the stock is at a key support level. There's going to be I'm not going to say anything, but I can tell you this: there's going to be a big short squeeze happening now. So at $8, I think you could see a run up to $14, $15. And again, our target on Logic is $40 a share. $40. So here's a long-term chart. It was doing a breakout. I always believe, this is my theory, is that stocks always go back to their old numbers. So this stock was, $40. You do pre-reverse split, whatever it is. And I believe that it will go there again. Look, this is a company that's generating, $40 million run rate in revenues. Okay, so this is not a company that is going away. They're growing. They have a lot of tremendous opportunities. They're doing massive fintech deals in Indonesia. This thing could explode. I would not want to be short this stock, especially in the next couple of days. So if you want to make some money, and again, I'm not making any recommendations, no buy, sell recommendations here, but again, no buy, sell recommendations, but I believe if you buy, anybody who buys Logic tomorrow can make some quick bucks as this thing pops to $14, $15. And again, this thing is going to be trading on the NEO exchange probably by February. They're doing an offering in Canada, so there's going to be a lot of Canadian buyers coming into this. And this thing is going to be epic. So listen, all you got to do, if you're reading any short research, any of that stuff, look at the guy's track record. It's very simple. Look at that link I sent you. Just look at Western Edge research on Seeking Alpha. You can see the guy, and do your research. Put together a spreadsheet. I don't have time to do a spreadsheet. I can just eyeball the thing and tell you this guy's been dead wrong. If somebody's wrong 90% of the time, they're going to continue to be wrong. So if they're telling you to sell, you want to buy. If they're telling you to buy, you want to sell. So if the guy's telling you to short Logic, I'm saying the guy's been wrong 90% of the time. You want to be long, okay? And by the way, any moron can write a report on Seeking Alpha. You don't have, it's not vetted research. Seeking Alpha is like, a cat could open an account on Seeking Alpha and write reports. It's ridiculous. Let's see here. What are we talking about today? Okay. Oh, speaking of mega short squeezes. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla has buried more short sellers in the past year than, I don't know. This has been one of the again, look, listen, I think a lot of these guys are actually very interesting, intelligent people, like just personally, but as investors, they're very stubborn and like retarded, and they just don't understand like reality. I mean, just because they have an opinion, it doesn't mean that's the way the world really is going. So again, I think Tesla is absolute crap, but I could tell you, as I said back in what is it, November at $500 when it was 500, I said, hey, this chart, I mean, this thing is going to $1,000. That's it. Forget about what I think about the company. It's going to $1,000. Here we are today, $800, a new high. So speaking of track records, look at my track. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I've been pretty right about a lot of these stocks, especially from the technical standpoint. And again, on this show, I'm only talking about charts. Just like I'm telling you that Tesla is going to 1,000, and I've been right about it, and dozens of other stocks, I could tell you that Logic will be $40 very quickly, and it's going to be a massive short squeeze. Again, not a buy-sell recommendation. Let me just put up that banner here. Let me put up that banner that has the disclaimer here. Yeah, not a recommendation. Not a recommendation to buy, sell securities. These companies are clients of Wall Street Report. Okay, Logic is a client of Wall. They're paying us to promote the stock. Okay, so yes, Logic has been paying us to promote the stock, and we've been, I think, doing a pretty good job. I mean, it was 350 when we started. It hit 14. So let's go to, but enough about Tesla. I mean, who cares about Tesla? The ugly cars. Let's look at some real winners. Let's look at some mega winners here. Let's look at Visby, one of our epic winners. Okay, so Visby. Again, this is another company that is, yes, we are being paid to promote Visby. Okay, so 18 cents. 18 cents, I think, is when we introduced this company at the live stream. 18 cents. Let me pop it right here on the screen. Massive gains. Again, we're looking for 100 baggers. Okay, let's settle with 10 baggers. But I like to have this up here as a, I like to think big. So Visby today is 90 cents, heading to, I think this could be a $2-3 stock very quickly, very easily. Quickly and easily. By the way, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're just joining us. Press the like button. Press the like button multiple times. Subscribe. Wall Street Reporter for the all the good stuff. We're on Telegram. Click the link below this video. In the video description, you're going to see links to all our stuff. And you're going to see links to our Telegram. Telegram. I have massive stuff on Telegram every day, which you don't see anywhere else. We have Discord. You have the Discord link. We even have what the hell is it called? TikTok. All that stuff you're going to get from the link below. CBDT, another company, another one of our winners in the stable of champions. The stable of champions. These stocks are range bound until they break out. I mean, just like Visby was range bound. By the way, some of these range bounds, some of them are quick, some of them are long. I mean, Visby, it only took a month because again, every stock has a different personality. So Visby that was a short consolidation. It's breaking out. But again, Visby also had a very long base. Look at this long base, had a very long thing. So it's breaking out. I think we're going to see $2-3 on the stock. Let's look at another one of our champions here, CBDT. I mean, we have too many winners here. I mean, too many winners to list. Again, here's a stock that we introduced at a nickel. A nickel. I mean, what can you buy for a nickel? You can buy this stock is what you can buy. All right, the McCall. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking Pellegrino water. It's very good for you. Okay, so CBDT has been in a range for, I don't know, a couple of weeks maybe. Had a massive move, so it's very normal for this thing to consolidate. Had a big pop today. I think it's gonna close this gap. I do think it'll probably go down the next few days into like 28-cent range. I have a feeling, again, this is just my kind of intuition doing charts for many years. It's probably going to close this gap and it's going to consolidate for the next few days, and then it's going to break out from there, and we could see, you know, new highs like you would not believe. We're going to have a lot of stocks coming up. Yeah, a lot of stocks we're going to be bringing out in the next few weeks. What's a good 10%? You want to make 10% tomorrow? I think Logic is going to be up tomorrow. Bigly with that short squeeze. LGIQ. Okay, so why does the market react? Because Kevin, here's the thing: most investors who read these reports on like Seeking Alpha, they're idiot. I mean, they don't comprehend. They don't look at the guy's they just see, they react. Especially, listen, if somebody puts out a positive report saying buy the stock is going to 100, people are skeptical about that. So those things people are not going to respond to. But negative news, any kind of like thing where it's saying, oh, the stock is going to crash, people react. I mean, listen, it's like Mark Twain said, you know, bad news travels around the world several times before good news even has a chance to put on its shoes, something along those lines. So yeah, negativity sells. I mean, why do you think CNN is, what do you think the news media, how do you think they make money? They make money by, you know, putting out negative stories, panic, bad news, the world is coming to an end, global warming, whatever, you know. Fans is going up big time. By the way, we're going to have fans. We're going to have fans on next week. Fans is going to be on next week. It's already on YouTube right now. So, listen, you had a big run. Again, this thing is closing the gap. I think tomorrow it's going to pop. This thing is in an uptrend. It's not going down. Okay, this thing is going to be a $2-3 stock before you know it. I've been saying that for a while. Fear mongering, exactly. Look, the way this works is fear mongering is what. I mean, frankly, you know what? I think I'm in the wrong business. Instead of promoting stocks, I should, you know, just short stocks and put out negative reports and do these type of live streams saying, oh, the stock is a scam. This thing is a piece of crap. You know, this thing is going to zero. Much better business model. It's just like, yeah, you know, I don't want to do that. It's just like you know, these guys are real sick individuals. A lot of these short sellers. I mean, they have serious mental problems. And I like stocks which go up, and again, when you're shorting a stock, I mean, all you can make is that downside. You don't have blue sky potential. There are no, I mean, Jim Chanos is a billionaire only because, you know, the guy runs a bunch of money. He gets paid a percentage, you know, he's getting, you know, management fees every 10 years. He's right. And, you know, it's a win. That's about it. Okay. So peak is ready to explode tomorrow. Look at this chart formation. I might be wrong. It might explode next week. I did say this several times. Again, we saw a similar thing about 3 days ago. 3 trading sessions ago, a very similar formation, if you can see my cursor. However, I think that this is the big one. Hey, sometimes these things take a little bit longer. Sometimes they take longer. Yeah, so I think peak is the trend is up. Let's look at SHG. The Canadian thing is not coming up because of the, I don't know, it gets all weird. I'm going to pull up the US chart. Okay, wow, thing looks amazing here. SHG. Again, here's a stock that we introduced, way back here, 50, I don't know, 50 cents, or was it? Lower, I don't even know. This is back in November, December. Just under $1.25 US. This is the US chart again I'm looking at. And I think we're easily going to see $2.50 on this. $2.50. I think it's going to break past. I think peak is going to break past the high. I think we're going to see new highs. $3. $3. I think next week we're going to have Cloud MD. And again, Cloud MD, it's been in a consolidation. I mean, that's what stocks do. They don't go up every day. I don't want to sound like a broken record. I mean, I think it's going to be much higher. Todd from Trip, I think, is going to be back next week. Let's see here. Okay. What else do we have? Peak is going to be big. Let's see. What other stocks should we be looking at? Visby, okay. I'm going to pull up Doc, because Doc has been, again, consolidation. I'll just show the chart just for fun. Not a lot happening right now. Again, I'm saying it's breaking out. I'm saying I've been wrong. Okay. Look, can I tell you? It's higher, but it's stuck. It's gonna, at some point it's gonna move. Look, the trend is up. The company has tremendous fundamentals. Everything is working in its favor. FCO. SHG closes bad. I mean, you look at a one-day close. I don't even pay attention to that. SHG is going to be higher, I think, a week from now than it is today. Okay, let's look at FCO. The FCO chart, again, it's a weird chart. It's very difficult to read this because there's not a lot of data. There's not a lot of data here for us. I have to look at short term. Yeah, I mean, so it's, this is what, it looks like it has a base. It's going to pop. What can that's what you see here. There's not enough data on the chart. I can't talk about the chart. Unfortunately, SHG is not a chart story. It's a fundamental story until, a few months go by and the chart, builds. So, but the fundamentals, hey, if you see today's interview, it's pretty impressive. Okay, let's look at this. I'm just going to do a quick chart. SHG, bad close. No, I think this is a great close. It popped. The move is there was buying towards the close. I mean, it's perfectly normal to me. Maybe a little bit of profit taking. So what? Makes no difference. Okay, so logic. I'll pull up a logic. I'm going to show you the short-term chart. I'm going to show you this short-term chart. Okay, there we go. So here it is. Here it is. Logic. You had the shorts come in. I think there might have been a little bit of covering, maybe. I don't know what's going on, but you're seeing some stabilization, okay? And buyers coming in the $8 range. Buyers coming in the $8 range. Okay. Guys, please don't spam my chat with your fugazi stocks. I'm only talking about Wall Street Reporter stocks. So if you spam me, I'm gonna just delete your messages and block you. So why do that? So Logic is looking tremendous. Here is what's happening tomorrow. I think we're going to see a big move in Logic. CBDT is looking very good. FCO, it's really the fundamentals are driving this thing, right? So you got to wait for the results of the fundamentals. The chart, there's just not enough data there. So I mean, yeah, it looks okay. Not enough data. I can't tell you. I can't look at the FCO chart and say, oh, it's going to go to $4 because there's nothing there yet. It's a brand new chart. So unfortunately, I can't give you chart stuff on FCO. Fundamentals are looking good. And let's see. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to look at this. I gotta delete some of these messages when people trying to tout scam stocks. How dare they? How dare they tout scam stocks? Alfredo, there we go. You blocked. There we go. Okay. All right. So there we go. Oh my God, this thing is like I think today's live stream is like a magnet for deadbeats. I think FC will be $1,000 a share. How do I know? Let's see. Fans. Oh yeah, fans. I already showed the fans chart. Everything is looking great. Logic is looking amazing for tomorrow. Cabin. Yeah, it's buy the rumor, sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. So yeah, I'm not expecting. Usually when these things have news, the market's already anticipated a lot of it. So okay, Michael Mahindra, super fan. We got. Okay, so just for you, I'm going to do the trip chart. I was going to do the trip chart later, but I'm going to do the trip chart. Wow, look at this, amazing. Look at this. Here's what's impressive. Even with the financing that they're doing, usually those things are kind of a little bit of a wet blanket on stocks. I think I said on a live stream the other day that we're building a base here, and then it's going to run higher. We're going to see new highs. So I'm expecting this thing to be a lot higher. It's going to consolidate here a little bit. I'm not sure how long, but it's going to pop. It's a question of when. Trip, looking very good. By the way, listen, all the cannabis stocks, the mushrooms, now that Biden is going to be officially the president. Biden has has snuck in. These stocks are going to run. So, on that note, LGIQ tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next live stream.